Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back to your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP as well as the vast majority of crypto. So let's just dive in and let's start off with this video here. As we have been addressing the overall market recently, which yes, we will talk about the price action in this video a little bit at the end. What we have been focused on is the aftershock from SVB basically collapsing. And we're actually seeing this get posted over on Twitter. And this is actually quoting David Sachs. We do see it's not about SVB anymore. It's about the 20 banks and the cascade that comes next. Remember, on Thursday, it was just SVB. Friday, it was Signature. Over the weekend, it was 3 to 5 more. And now it's 20. Do you know who's smiling right now? Jamie Dimon. Do you know where all these deposits are going from all these regional banks? They are flooding into the top 4 banks. They are flooding into JPM Chase, which is too big to fail, which I always hate when they say that quote because guess what? I don't believe any of these banks are too big to fail. But we do see, thanks to the bailout in 2008, which we all have problems with, he is too big to fail. And so, the logical response for everybody is to go to a big 4 bank. Why would you do anything differently? If the Fed is not clear that your deposits are safe, if you have any doubt about that, if there's a 1% chance that you might lose your money, why wouldn't you go to a too big to fail bank? This is the problem. So, yeah, we're basically seeing a monopoly system, if you will. We're seeing the government focus on the top 4 banks. Obviously, JP Morgan, the big one, has always been in the spotlight. And in fact, I do think that JP Morgan has been attacking select players within crypto for a very long time, which we've addressed as well with Ripple. But yeah, this is a huge issue because we're essentially seeing the entire banking system centralized on 4 main players. This is a big problem. It's a huge issue, right? And this is not the only thing that we've seen, but it does paint, like, really paint a picture on just how bad the traditional system is screwed up. And we do see over here from XRP Crow, he's actually quoting Brad Garlinghouse. We do see it's ironic that so much of what's happening highlights how broken our financial systems still are, i.e., wires are still not 24/7, 365. Rumors lead to collapse and the frictions of moving money within a deeply fragmented system. And yeah, I mean, like, listen, when we look at the overall financial system, there are so many frictions. It's so slow, it's costly. I mean, it's not 24/7, 365. Like, there's so many issues within the system, but it's not just these inefficiencies. It's also the players behind the financial system. Like, we are seeing banks collapse while our government parades around and says, we need to get down to the bottom of this and figure out what actually happened. I mean, it does not take a rocket scientist to understand what happened. In fact, most retail individuals can tell what is happening. This is a problem. Bank runs with small amounts of capital compared to the reserves, which, hey, that shouldn't warn you, and that shouldn't be a big concern at all for you, right? Like, that's where things start to spiral out of control around the financial system. And I've been saying time and time again on this channel, history doesn't always repeat, it rhymes. You're seeing this happen again. What do you see over here from Molly Elmore? Moody's has downgraded 5 more banks. Moody's Investors Service placed First Republic Bank and 5 other U.S. lenders on review for downgrade, the latest sign of concern over the health of regional financial firms following the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. And we do see Western Alliance Bancorp, Intrust Financial Corp, UMB Financial Corp, Zions Bancorp, and Comerica Inc. were the other lenders put on review by Moody's. The credit rating company cited concerns over the lenders' reliance on uninsured deposit funding and unrealized losses in their asset portfolios. So it looks like the contagion effects from SVB essentially collapsing is beginning. Now, should this worry you? Should this concern you? No. In fact, if crypto does its job and if crypto thrives on the original creation mechanism behind it, aka a hedge against the 2008 like recession, then crypto should be in your portfolio, right? Crypto, if it does succeed in its mission, should be very, very good as an asset class this year. Now, again, we also have to play the de-risk game, which I've said on Twitter as well. Like, we need to de-risk ourselves when profits are there. We need to make sure that we are getting our initial investment out at a 2x, which is always my key focus point, is de-risk yourself as early as possible, because anything is possible. Now, we did see over here from Johnny Deaton as well. Banks are bringing systemic risk to crypto. We do see him quoting Jeremy Allaire. Moving to a full reserve dollar digital currency is our best hope to insulate the internet financial system from systemic risk embedded in the fractional reserve banking system. Again, we are seeing the systemic risk being focused on around the traditional system that is extremely broken. But you know what's funny? We continue to still see narratives being pushed around this entire space. We see narratives being pushed that, oh, hey, crypto is the risky asset class. Stay away from crypto. Don't invest any money into crypto. It is comical. Absolutely comical. And it's only a matter of time. It really is only a matter of time until individuals start to see the true colors of these bankers. These bankers do not care about you or me at all. They only care about their deposits. That's it. And we do see over here from Ripple XRP, aka DW Drum. He's talking about why the SEC is scared and sued Ripple, why politicians are scared, why the banking middlemen are scared, why Gary Gensler is regulating by enforcement. They don't want what they can't control. And I just included this in a video from yesterday. Look at this. 40% reduction in cross-border payments cost Cent Money Match join RippleNet. $25 million money saved by CentB customers on FX conversion and transaction fees. Less than 10 seconds amount of time it takes to make a payment with Modular. 98% savings on domestic transfer rates for NEOM customers. And this is just the beginning. This is just many of the names that will join Ripple going forward on in time. It is just a matter of time. And I do love this quote down here. Like, the legacy banks are the blockbuster of this generation. Yeah, they will be replaced. Listen, they either innovate or they completely die. Like, it's the only way they will thrive is if they accept innovation and they allow crypto technology. They utilize crypto technology, because these banks are falling behind. These legacy banks are 100% falling behind technologically, and also their inefficiencies are shining the brightest today more than ever before. And I do believe that Ripple is behind a lot of what we are seeing. I think that they've been behind a lot of this for a while. CBDCs, for an example, we just recently talked about them in yesterday's video. I'm not going to go over it. Basically, I gave you guys my thoughts on CBDCs and my big warning signs against it. I think that we should try to resist these CBDCs as much as physically possible. A lot of people say, well, hey, it does not matter. CBDCs are going to happen whether you like it or not. And that might be the case. But we need to make sure that we, come together and try to resist these CBDCs as much as possible, because this is a major nail in the coffin for our privacy and freedom of transactional freedom. Now, also, I do want to say over here, Ripple, from streamlining capital flows and accelerating market expansion to deepening customer engagement and retention, there are many ways that companies leaning into crypto solutions can realize tangible business value. It's not just CBDCs. See, Ripple is cornering the market from every angle. They want to make sure that they are focused on business, financial institutions, enterprises, P2P, every single aspect they want to focus on. I think that this is very bullish. And I do believe that crypto solutions will become the next frontier around business. I just said this in a Casper video. Very similar to what I said in my recent Hedera video with the metaverse. I think that's only a matter of time until we see mass adoption from corporations, companies, businesses, etc. Because crypto solutions are here to stay, whether regulators want to accept that or not. These solutions are allowing for efficiencies that overshadow the inefficiencies in such a great way because the efficiencies are shining so bright. They are marching us forward on into a future where payments don't take 3 to 5 days. They take 3 to 5 seconds. And payments don't cost $20 to $40 per transaction to send. They cost fractions of pennies. And again, we will get there. But regulators are terrified of this technology, and you can tell why. Now, I do want to end this video with something significant, and that's price action. Today, we've seen the Fear and Greed Index get updated. We are basically in the greed zone. Now, I want to let you guys know that Bitcoin is on a significant push. We are waiting for the next big moment to happen, the next big move on Bitcoin. We already retested the high here, but we failed to break out. So we need to continue to trail here. We will probably see price action very similar to this, where we kind of just go sideways here. I know that this might not be the best price action for most, but this is what we basically need in order for us to continue to retest the resistance zone and finally weaken it and get past it, because the next move up is going to shock a lot of people, because we will go to 30 plus K on Bitcoin. It's going to be a big move, monstrous, and I'm fully targeting the 1618 here at about 34 point almost 3K. It's a big moment. And now you might be wondering, why isn't XRP moving? Well, one, XRP is hanging on to this 382 level at 37 cents before it ultimately goes down to 33.5 cents. We're hoping for this to hold, and in fact, we're actually hoping for something like this where we continue to push higher, meaning we create a higher low, we create a higher high. I would love to see us trading over 56 cents, and in fact, I'd love to see us target the 67-cent zone and possibly even higher, up at about 84.5 cents. That would be a huge move. Now, is that going to happen in the short term? We don't know, right? Probably not, but it is something to think about. Because right now, as we do look at Bitcoin and we look at Bitcoin dominance, these two are just basically ranging here. And I shared with you guys the cheat sheet on this. Why altcoins move, when altcoins move. And here we have altcoins increase fast and increases. We do see Bitcoin dominance in both of these scenarios is decreasing. Bitcoin is either stable and also increasing. So, we are watching this play out right now. We're watching Bitcoin dominance. It looks like Bitcoin dominance wants to continue to run, but it did just get rejected around the 702 to the 786 level. We topped out at around roughly 46% almost. Bitcoin having a very similar move. What I have been looking at as well is the dollar. So far, the dollar has been printing pretty bearish price action. I have two scenarios here. They're both playing out essentially until we see the next major move here. But I do think that the dollar is extremely bearish, and I think that this is going to help our case. But ultimately, what we all need to be watching for is what the Fed does next. I included this tweet in my video from yesterday. Go check out Noelle on Twitter if you guys haven't already. Basically, she's talking about how if the Fed does anything above 25 BPS, that we are going to most likely see a big move down in the market in a negative way. But if he does choose to stick with the 25 BPS or even pause while the Fed watches the dominoes play out, some are insisting he absolutely needs to cut rates tomorrow. I'm not sure the situation is that dire just yet. Then a better liquidity outlook equals good for Bitcoin. So this is what will probably spark the next momentum move. And this would be monstrous. We might even create a new all-time high on Bitcoin. It's questionable on where we could go if we do see that from the Fed. But a big move is brewing on not only Bitcoin, but also XRP. We are waiting for dominance and Bitcoin to play out this major move. And then from there, for all those altcoin holders, don't worry, we will celebrate. And with all that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Guys, definitely leave a like, subscribe to the notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. It's up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. If you guys are on this before, this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.